Well, incredibly, it's already good to see everybody. It's already almost the end of April, but we couldn't let it pass without celebrating and taking the time to recognize Autism Acceptance Month. The theme this year is celebrating differences. And I think that's something that we strive to do very well here in Montgomery County. This is a great moment for all of us individually and as a county to recommit to honoring the unique perspectives for people with autism. It's imperative that we each use the influence we have to improve equity, inclusiveness at the individual, operational, and systemic levels. I want to break down some of the buzzwords we hear because they have real meaning and they're important. Yeah, come on down, Mark. Acceptance of autism and other neurodiversity leads to inclusiveness. Inclusive spaces require real action steps to first identify differences and then deliberately account for and integrate those differences into making progress and into our practices. One important way we are making progress in the county in the acceptance of autism is the increased rate of diagnosis in children and in girls. My daughter Addison, who always loves this day, is on the autism spectrum and is the only girl in her class. And that has been traditionally an issue with identification, but we've gotten better in this county and across the country. Acceptance is loving our community, celebrating differences as a superpower, as I tell Addison every day. Differences are your superpower. And I just want to thank all of the folks behind us here who we'll hear from representatives shortly for what they do to identify the superheroes in our community. I want to turn first to Councilmember Albornoz, and then we'll turn to the county executive, and then we'll hear from Jen Lynn, and then we will read the proclamation. Councilmember Albornoz.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Jawando. And it is so appropriate that we are changing the name from awareness to acceptance. Montgomery County has strived to be a leader in welcoming and supporting and providing love and affection to our autism community. We are fortunate to have incredible community-based organizations, many of which are represented behind us this evening, starting with our Department of Health and Human Services, Aging and Disability Services team, our Up-County Community Resources team, and after the county executive, you will hear from Jen Lynn, our Community Support Services, Montgomery County DHHS Autism Waiver Team, the Ivy Mount School, and for those of you that have never been to an Ivy Mount graduation, do yourself a favor and go. It is an emotional and extraordinary event every year. It's something I always try to not miss because I come away feeling inspired by not just the staff, which is reflective of the incredible professionals that are doing this work every day, but more importantly, the families and the participants. It just shows what's possible when we all work together. And of course, we also have representatives from the Autism Society as well. So this is an important month, but this is a year-round effort, and we are deeply committed to it on this council. As evidence, just a few weeks ago, we unanimously passed the development of the brand new IDD Commission, which will put Montgomery County in a better position to support and advocate for our autism and other IDD community members. With that, I now want to introduce our county executive, Mark Elrich, to say a few words as well.
Thank you. So it's been a busy week this week. We had the Autism After 21 breakfast to start the week, and I was over at what we now call We Achieve, that has been a long-standing fixture in Montgomery County for many years. We have important community partners, and we know that. This autism is a growing issue in the county. We've seen a 4.5% jump in autistic students year over year, and in the last 10 years, the school population has grown by 19%. And so this continues to provide challenges. It's one of the things that the school system asked for in this budget was the additional staff to deal with that, because you need additional supports in the classroom rather than just a regular classroom teacher if you're going to be addressing students with autism as well as other disabilities. And I want to thank the council for working together to create the new committee, which recognizes that we were putting too much of a load on the other committee to deal with everything regarding disabilities. This allows us to focus more clearly on intellectual disabilities. So I'm very happy to see that happen. We've put about $500,000 in this budget to work with the state to expand autism programs. The county has early intervention screening programs, identify autism in newborns up to 3-year-olds. And last year, the council and I approved money for early intervention screening programs, more than $120,000 proposed for next year, and $600,000 we expect to be spent over the next 5 years. And together, our collective resources can certainly help make a difference. And their diagnosis and treatment and support are absolutely critical. And I think all of us continue to look at some of the scientific discoveries that have been occurring and hoping that one of these pans out to be something more than just another wishful hope. But there seems to be, a lot of intent research taking place in this field. So I want to thank everybody who supports us, everybody behind us who makes it possible for people to be safe and feel welcome in this community. And we're going to continue to do what we need to do to expand that. So thank you all.
Hello, sir.
I've seen you before.
I know. I have never followed the executive before. It's a little intimidating. I am Jen Lynn, the Director of Up County Community Resources. If you haven't heard of us, we're based in the Up County, my living room, actually. If you want to really know. It is a party. We provide a lot of social activities and enrichment in the way of job training, weekend respite, intensive work skills for all the adults that graduate from high school and kind of, hit that cliff, as we all talk about. And I'm thrilled that we can support several hundred families in the Up County, and frankly, people come from all over because there's such a great need. I've got to read my thing now because I'm shaking. Okay, I'm honored to be representing this very special, amazing population, not just the family members, the loved ones with autism, but look at these advocates. Montgomery County is very blessed with so many strong voices. Thank you to the council, of course, for recognizing Autism Action Month. I just changed the name again. And sorry. I am very proud of the county and the work we've done over the last few years to bolster resources for our children and adults with autism, as well as the work we have done in crisis response with law enforcement for those with complex autism plus mental health diagnoses, what I tend to call autism plus or invisible disabilities. I'm happy to report that autism now has a seat at the table in many of these discussions. This is a vulnerable population, and we do still need more. Days like today bring hope to our families as more and more lawmakers become aware of the need for housing, necessary hospital resources, employment incentive programs and opportunities, intensive and lifelong education. That's the key, lifelong education. We're never going to be successful if everything stops after high school. Those with autism, of course, are not the only ones in need. We need to wrap our arms around the families who are exhausted, confused, traumatized, as they're trying to untangle the web of DDA and Medicaid services. As a community, we are thrilled with the formation of the IDD and Autism Commission here in the county. This group will help us gain access to needed support and resources. Thank you to Montgomery County for leading the way and creating the separate commission, and for always supporting many of the nonprofits who raise up and love our families with autism. Hope having that day, it really matters to us. So thank you all very much. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to split up the proclamation here, and I'll start, and we'll rotate between the county executive and Councilman Albornoz. You next. Okay, got it. Whereas autism spectrum disorder, ASD, or autism, is the spectrum of developmental conditions characterized by differing learning abilities, social communication challenges, and repetitive behaviors and patterns of thought, and
whereas 1 in 44 children are diagnosed with autism in the United States, highlighting the need to inform parents and the broader community about the importance of early diagnosis to provide the necessary social and academic support for children to attain their full potential. And
Pretty good news. Okay, whereas Montgomery County's advocacy organizations and support programs have worked tirelessly to assist individuals experiencing ASD and their families with medical, financial, and other critical resources while working to improve inclusivity in all walks of life, and
whereas autistic individuals must be valued and accepted in every corner of society. Neurodivergent people deserve to be confident in their ability to achieve success in their endeavors, given their intelligence, creativity, and talent. And whereas a community that is understanding and accepting of ASD will value the unique qualities and gifts that individuals with autism can contribute in a work or school environment, as well as in daily life. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Executive, Mark Elrich, County Council Members Will Jawando and Gabe Albornoz, and the entire Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby proclaim April 23, 2023 as Autism Acceptance Month, or Action Month, as Jen said. And be it further resolved that we encourage all county residents to join in raising awareness for autism support programs and education, and to join us in recognizing and celebrating ASD individuals for their diverse and creative contributions to Montgomery County. Presented on the 25th, this day, the 25th of April, 2023, signed by myself, the County Executive, and Councilmember Albornoz. Congratulations to all.